Alright, welcome back to the channel everyone. So today I have for you a video talking about OBS and all the little things that I've learned over the past month? I guess nearly a month of using it. It is a learning curve if you've never used OBS because before I just streamed, I would either record the video on my PlayStation or Xbox and then upload it. But now using OBS, it is like I say, it's a learning curve if you've never used it before. Um, Streaming from it, recording from it is a learning curve. So we're gonna hop right in, and I'm gonna just tell you all the little things that I've learned, some tips. I ain't saying I'm the expert. I am not the OBS expert by any means of the word, because there's a few issues that I'm trying to figure out right now that I can't seem to figure out. And I'm also gonna tell a couple of funny stories too. Um, it Before we get started into the meat of it, I'm gonna tell a couple of funny stories, but yeah, we're gonna hop right in. All right, so the couple of funny stories. The first one, um, and if you've watched my previous video, you've heard this one. It was more, it was more frustrating than funny, although it was funny. So when I started using OBS and I was doing recordings, streams, I noticed I had an echo of my game audio. And I was sitting there trying to figure it out. And for some reason, I could not figure it out no matter what I did. I could not figure it out. It was eluding me, how it was picking up an echo. And my first instinct told me, because at this point I was recording in my bed, because I didn't have my desk set up at this point. I didn't have my gaming PC. So it was the only way I could record or stream using OBS. So I had my computer sitting at the foot of my bed. Um, yeah, but I had the audio coming through my sound bar, and in my first instinct was is picking up the audio from my microphone. The microphone's picking up my audio from my sound bar, and I tested it, but I came up empty-handed, and apparently I tested it the wrong way, because I spent probably 6+ hours trying to figure this out. I called Elgato, spent a couple hours on the phone with them because my capture card is from Elgato, and we went through settings, we went through this, we went through that, and they come to the conclusion that maybe my laptop just didn't meet the requirements to be able to do it, to stream or record, and the audio is the first thing to go whenever you push a computer to its limits like that. And I was like, "Oh, man, come on, man." I was like, "You got to be kidding me." I mean, am I gonna have to buy another computer to do what I want to do? And I tried a couple more days trying to figure it out, and doggone, I come home from work one day, and I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out today. So I hop on to Black Ops, and I'm doing a couple of test recordings, and it's doing the same thing, and I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me! What is this?" And I'm like, "Okay, I give up. I can't figure it out. I give up. I'll try to figure out another day." And so I put everything up, pack up my computer and everything, put up my controllers, and I'm sitting there trying to go to bed, and then I'm like, "Wait a minute, I'm curious." So I go back and look at some of my previous streams on my YouTube channel from my PlayStation, not the computer, from my PlayStation, and it had the same exact echo, same echo. And I was using the microphone at that point in those PlayStation streams. And I was like, "No, no, you got to be kidding me. There's no way that it was my first instinct." So I pull up. I pull everything back out, get my computer out, get my PlayStation booted up, and I hook up a Bluetooth headset to my TV. It went away. The whole time, the microphone was picking up the audio from my soundbar. I mean, it is that that aggravated me beyond all words. It was about an hour or so before I could go to sleep. But the other funny story is when I was setting up my gaming PC. And so I pull it out the box, hook up the monitor, keyboard, mouse, and I boot it up, and it's going through the startup process, the setup process, and it asks for the Wi-Fi to type it in and everything, and then it's looking for updates for the computer and everything, and it says it lost internet connection. I'm like, what? Lost internet connection? What are you talking about? I paid $2,000 for you. You shouldn't be losing internet connection like that. And I was like, come on. And so keep on, and then it comes to the desktop and it's got one bar of Wi-Fi. And the router, I mean, because I'm connecting wirelessly, the router is like, I don't know, 30, 40 foot away on the other side of a wall. And I'm like, come on, you got to be kidding me. And it hit me. I was like, wait a second. Did I miss something in the box? I go looking in the accessories box, and there was a Wi-Fi antenna that I did not hook up. I hook up the Wi-Fi antenna, full bars, and I just sit there shook in my head. And I'm like, come on, man, wake up. I mean, you don't hook up the Wi-Fi antenna? Come on. But let's get into the meat of the video. I just wanted to tell them a couple of funny stories real quick. They would. That's the problems with technology when you're trying to fix it or hook it up. You can miss a simple thing like that, and it can screw the whole thing up. But we're gonna hop right into OBS, and we're going to not figure this out. I'm gonna show y'all some different things, and hopefully this will be informative for y'all, help y'all out. But we're gonna hop right into OBS. And that's my gaming PC right there. Y'all need to see my laptop. Hang on. There we go. There's the display capture. All right, now I'm going to take away my face cam for this part of the video. That way y'all can see the full screen. And then I'll show y'all how I did that. All right, face cam is gone. Okay. So whenever I first took this up, I'm like, how in the world do people put their face cam on top of this and everything, have an overlay? And so you start off, you got your computer screen, PlayStation, whatever you're using, and it'll be this screen right here, and then you can add overlays. So I have my capture card, which is what you're seeing. Well, that's not what you're seeing here. You're seeing a display capture. Um, that is the image from my capture card. That's my gaming PC right there. But this is the display capture. And how you add these, you go right here to this plus symbol, add source, and you can add whatever you need to. You got an image, media source, anything. I mean, you can add an audio. Not sure what that is, but you got game capture. Not sure how that works. Haven't explored that. We got window capture. Again, I'm not sure how that works, but you take and add it, and then you can go and rename it to whatever you need it to be. And I have a bunch of different ones here. I'm preparing for Black Ops 7, so I added some Black Ops 7 logos for when I'm doing videos and stuff. But I also added some Black Ops 6 logos this morning before I did this video, and you can make them visible or not visible. You click that little eye. There's Black Ops 6. Here's Black Ops 6 Zombies. Here's Black Ops 7 logo. And here's Black Ops 7 Zombies logo. And for my face cam, I did the same thing. Now, the face cam, uh, the overlay, I took and now I know I'm looking over here. My laptop's over here. I'm having to look at my laptop. Sorry, I'm not looking directly at y'all, but I'm having to look at my laptop to do this. Uh, I got my face cam overlay. And hang on, let me do this. So this is the overlay itself, and I added in these logos, but then I took my overlay into Adobe Express, which I will do a separate video on, showing y'all how to edit a video, edit a picture, create a thumbnail on Adobe Express. At least how I do it. I mean, I'm sure that there's another way that you can do it, but it's the way that I've done it, and it works for me. So it's one way to do it. But so I got the overlay full screen, and then I took my face cam and shrunk it down to fit within the little bar that I wanted right there. And then I took and so I got into watching the COD League, and I've got a couple of favorite teams now. Um, Obviously, Optic Texas, Carolina Royal Ravens, two good teams. The Ravens are kind of an underdog team, but I kind of root for the underdog. I'm not into football or soccer or baseball or any of those, but I'm into this sport. This sport's kind of fun. I just been listening to it while I've been at work. But yeah, so and then whenever you put these overlays on like this, you got to let's see, go to properties, and if you don't put it on loop, it's not going to sit there and keep coming because I got the text uh going constantly while I'm doing videos or streams. But if you put it on, if you take off a loop, it's gonna, well, see, see what that did? If you take it off a loop, it's just gonna disappear. But if you go back into properties, click loop again, it's gonna sit there and play over and over. And that is what I wanted, and it works. So, and you can also add different scenes. So if you want like a intermission screen. I have this. That's my intermission screen right there. Uh, I think that that's pretty cool, actually. The static, it works for me. I like it. And then be right back. Again, I edited that in Adobe Express. I'm going to do a video on that. Uh, and I have my different scenes. I got starting soon for like when I'm doing my streams. So I'll put starting soon going, and then once I'm ready to start, I'll go to countdown. Then I got my face cam that I go to before I go to the gameplay. Um, Go to gameplay. You have all that, and then I got my ending face cam. But I don't know why I created two face cam ones, but I guess just for the flow of it, I guess. And then, of course, my intermission screen that I showed you. But yeah, so you, like I say, and you can group things together so that you can move the whole thing. Yeah, like my face cam right here, I could pick the whole thing up and move it, even though it's got four parts to it. My face cam, the two logos, and the overlay. But you can pick up the entire thing and move it. Uh, but if it's not grouped together, you can't do that. Now, let me take away my display capture. Um, Whenever I went to my gaming PC and I had I hooked in my headset, the audio for some reason was not getting to it. When I have my headset hooked in, it steals the audio from the capture card. So when you go to, if you are using a PC and you're using a capture card, you need to use a um audio mixer. And let me take my face cam away again. That way y'all can see it better. So what you'll need to do, you'll need to go to Google or whatever. Sorry, that's my table for my. And you need to type in. Now, there's several different programs you can use, but this is the one I use. It's Voice Meter. And you go right here. And they have several different ones. But all of them do the same thing. But these two are going to have more. What's the word I'm looking for? They're going to have more features. I use the banana one, Voice Meter Banana. You download it, install it, and then you need to go in here and you need to go into your settings, sound, and you're going to see a bunch of different options here once you hook it in. And for some reason, my microphone input is set something different than what I set it when I originally set up Voice Meter. But you need to set Voice Meter. Maybe it renamed it. But you need to set one of the voice meters as the default communication and voice meter input as the default output. Oh, that's right, that's right. You set default communication. Okay, sorry, had a brain fart. So I don't know why it has it different down here, but I did have this selected. So voice meter input is your default output, and voice meter aux input is going to be your default communications device. And then once I left it not booted up, that way I could um, show y'all what it looks like when you pull it up. So when you pull it up, it's going to say engine start, and then you're good to go. And so you'll need to go in here and click on A1 and select what you want it to be. I have it selected as my headset. And then click A2 and select it what you need it to be. It's going to be whatever output that you're trying to get it to. So I have it selected as my capture card. So I have the capture card and my headset selected. And then you go over here. No, I'm not donating. Why are you popping up with that? So you go over here to virtual inputs, and it's going to see you're going to see these two bars. Now, leave the B1. I'm not 100% sure what all these settings do, but just mess with these, and it did it for me. If this doesn't work for you, there is other videos. I apologize that I couldn't help you, but this is what worked for me. So you go right here to virtual inputs and you select A1, A2. Yeah, like I say, hook A1, A2 and A1, A2 to the voice meter input and voice meter aux 1, and that should get audio to both the capture card and the um, headset or whatever you're trying to get audio to. Now I'll show y'all the difference. So let's see. Let me pull up the display capture again. So you'll see that right now I got it on gameplay, and all you see is my microphone lighting up with audio. Now So, because I don't have any audio playing. Let's see. Let's go something with some audio. Let's just go to YouTube. I just need a video with some sound. Ain't gotta be nothing special. Why not go to Noisy Butters? No, I don't want a copyright strike. I don't think she claimed copyright, but I don't want a copyright strike. Okay, so what I'm going to do, instead of doing that, y'all get a little sneak peek. We're going to go right here. Alright, so I think I've got a pretty good, alright, so now, right now we have audio going to, hang on me, shit. And I'll let y'all see what it is. Y'all get a little sneak peek into the video. I was playing some zombies on Black Ops 6. I haven't really messed with zombies too much. That's actually really fun. I spent about an hour and a half playing it. It was really fun. Really, really fun. And in fact, the video editing that I'm going to do on the Adobe Express video is going to be editing this video. Ah! But anyway, y'all get the point. Now, if I was to take and shut down voice meter, I play it, and y'all don't have any audio. So you have to have voice meter booted up in order to get your audio. It's a very, I'm not going to say simple program, because there is a lot to this program that I do not understand. A lot to this program. Let me put y'all my face cam back on. There's a lot to this program that I do not understand, but the basics right here, I understand that. You just click A1, A2, A1, A2 to whatever sources you have set, and you could also have a third source as well. Stop it. You could also have a third source set as well, but I don't need a third source set, or output, not source. Ignore my words. But yeah, that's how that works. Now let's go back to OBS. Now, when you are setting display capture, when you are setting the, like, your microphone, your capture card, or whatever you're using, like the microphone, how you would set that. Let's see, audio. You go to audio and go to mic auxiliary audio, and you'll set it to whatever microphone that you're trying to use. So I have it set to the microphone K66, which is, of course, the microphone that I'm using, and disable all these other ones. Because if you have these other ones enabled, it's going to mess with your microphone audio. And a problem that I was having, and I know this video is going to be kind of discombobulated, but it all relates. A problem I was having when I would be recording videos, it would pop up with a error message saying that the encoder was overloading. My laptop, it's a good laptop, don't get me wrong, but it's not the best. It has a AMD Ryzen 7 processor. It's got a Radeon graphics card. Well, AMD Radeon graphics card, but it's not top of the line like my gaming PC is. So I had to downgrade the FPS and the bit rate on it to when I'm streaming, because it overloads the encoder. For some reason, I can have it higher when I'm not streaming, when I'm just recording, but I don't understand that, but it works. So when you go to streaming and the bit rate right here, you can change that to whatever you need it to. Um, I have mine set to 4,000 kilobytes per second. That seems to work for me. The buffer size is 4,000 and the bit rate is 4,000, and the frames per second I changed it to 30 FPS. And I don't know where I changed that at. Was it on recording? Oh, under video. Yeah, you go to video, and I don't know why I can't select it. Video output is currently. Oh, okay. You can't change the FPS whenever you are recording. So, but if I wasn't recording, I could change it. But you go to the video tab, and you can change the bit rate to whatever you want it to be. I think it's 60 FPS automatically to begin with, and it was just a bit too much for my computer, my laptop to stream or record it, and it would affect the video a little bit. So I downgraded it to 30 FPS, which actually it seems to still record at a very good quality. So I'm not going to argue with it. If you have a lower end computer, it's good to downgrade it a little bit. And I mean, you still get good video. You still get really good video. But one issue that I cannot figure out, and if you do know what it is, please do comment down below if you've made it this far in the video. Um, so I had problems over the past week or so with video and audio syncing up, and I thought I solved the problem. So what you do, you go in here, click on the source that you are going to, go to Advanced Audio Properties, and you got Sync Offset. Actually, hang on. Let me make sure y'all can see that properly. I should be Y'all should be able to see it properly, but I will disable my face cam just to be safe because I can't see it when it pops up the window. But go to Advanced Audio Properties and Sync Offset. And from my capture card, I was looking up on the internet, and it said that if you're having problems with video and audio syncing up, to it's a good number to start with. Go negative 220 milliseconds, and it seemed to fix it on stream and on recordings. But yesterday I was doing some recordings, and the audio got out of sync with the video, and but then the next recording, the audio was in sync with the video. Like this zombies one, I did this after I did those other ones, and for some reason, I mean, no settings were changed, and was in sync. So I don't understand it, and I would love to. Everything I look up on the internet says this should have worked, but yeah, um, can't figure that out. And I also had the volume turned down a little bit on my capture card because it was overpowering my microphone a little bit. Uh, you turn the volume down with this little slider right here. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. You add your sources right here. This is your audio mixer. Now one thing. For each of my scenes over here, you go to properties and you scroll down. Let's see. I think it's when you go to add the scene. Hang on. Add scene. Test. Let's see. Properties. Right there. No? Okay. For some reason, I cannot remember how to do it. Okay, let's just add a source. Media source. Let's just do face cam overlay. Let's see. Properties. Cancel. I'm sorry, I don't remember how I did it. Let's see. Well, okay. I don't remember how I did it, but you can put a delay on these. Let's see. Let me delete him. Yes, I want to delete test. So you can put a delay on each of these scenes so that it has that transition. And I cannot for the life of me remember how I did it, but yeah. You put a delay on all of these and it'll have that smooth transition from scene to scene to scene. It's honestly, to me, recording on OBS and streaming from OBS, I like it a lot better because it opens up so many more possibilities than just streaming from PlayStation. Um, so many more possibilities. And I mean, because I can add my my logos right here. I mean, it opens up so many possibilities. I mean, it's why would you not want to use OBS? That's my question. I mean, yeah, using OBS is complicated, but at the same time, it's not too terribly hard. I mean, once you get the hang of it, it can take a minute to get the hang of. But one other thing I wanted to show, and I should have organized this video a little better than I have. But so when you go to add these, when you add all these microphones and everything, my computer sees my microphone as a headset along with a microphone. So whenever I hook it in, it for some reason it changes the output to the microphone. Now, whenever I go to record a video or stream, it's not going to have any audio because for some reason it doesn't pick up the audio if it has it set to K66, which is my microphone. You have to go in. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. But you have to check it because you have to go in here and set it to the speaker, and then go down here and make sure that you have the microphone set to what you want it to be. Now, I was coming in here and setting it to the microphone itself, but again, I don't understand it. See, like my microphone right now is crisp and clean. But when I would have it set to microphone K66, the audio would be, what's the word I'm looking for? It wouldn't be as crisp and clean. So now I set it to Elgato HD60X, and on OBS, let's see. Yeah, well, I don't think I have the setting. Yeah, when I click on the capture card and pull up advanced audio, it pulls up everything. Um, don't understand why the audio is crisper and cleaner when I have it set to Elgato HD60X, but it's cleaner, crisper. Um, like I said, I'm not the expert on all this stuff, but I'm telling you what's worked for me, and this is what has. So, yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to talk about. Let's see. OBS, voice meter. I think that's it. If I've left anything out, I'll do another video. But I think this is it. I should have made a list, um, but I didn't. I should have. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Oh, yes. One thing I am missing. Two things I'm missing. A good computer chair. Second thing, when you go to do a hold on. All right. Sorry for that interruption. That weird cut of the video. We have a cat, and he did something very bad. I don't know if y'all heard that crash on video or not. I don't know if my microphone picked it up or not, but I had to go get on to him, and I honestly have no idea what I was just saying. Yeah, it is not coming to me what I was just saying. Okay, I guess that's a good point to end the video because I have no idea where I was at. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. I'm going to be making a video now um, talking about editing videos, and we're going to be editing the zombies video. So look for that. And we're going to be also, I'm going to be telling how to edit a video on Adobe Express, at least how I've learned to edit a video on there, and how to create a thumbnail. It's going to be a simple thumbnail, but I'm going to show you how to create a thumbnail. But yeah, that's going to be all for this video. I hope that this has, I know it's kind of lengthy, but it's everything that I have learned about OBS and recording and streaming from OBS and how to get audio from a capture card, uh, um, well, how to get audio from the gaming PC to the capture card and headphones. I might include some chapters in here, possibly. I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. I hope that, like I said, I hope this has been informative and enjoyable for y'all. I know it's a different format video than I usually do, but and I like too on OBS that I can switch between scenes so easily. Um, Hello, this is post production Zachary coming to you. There were two things I wanted to say that I forgot about. Uh, one of them One of them is what I forgot when the cat decided he wanted to do what he did, and the other I thought of afterwards. So what it is when you plug in, whenever you unplug your webcam from your computer and you plug it back in, OBS does a weird thing where I assume it's not weird actually. It just has to register the camera. It has that frozen frame from where you unplugged it. To fix that, select your face cam and go to properties, and I always just select you have to deselect that and then reselect the webcam, and there you go. And that fixes it. And now it picks right up where we're supposed to. This is the second time that I recorded this portion of the video because the first time I had it on the wrong screen, so I had to go back and re-record this part. It's going to be a weird cut going to the next section of the video. I apologize for that, but I did not realize that I had it on the wrong screen because I was looking over at my laptop and it did not occur to me. But yeah, that's how you fix that if your webcam is frozen after you plug it back in. I had to figure that out. But yeah, that was the first point I wanted to hit on, and we're going to go to that second point now. But we're going to go back and talk about what I wanted to talk about before the cat decided he wanted to do what he did and throw off my train of thought. But we're going to go and let me pull up the display capture and take my face cam off. So, well, actually, I can leave my face cam on for this. So, what I was going to talk about was streams on OBS. I always wondered how these big YouTubers would schedule streams, and I figured it out. If you go in here to manage broadcast, now I'm sure there's other ways you can do this, like I said, because there's other programs that you can use. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna show you how to schedule a stream on OBS. So you go in here and you can tell it to remember your stream settings. I always have to shrink it down because it makes it too big. But you go in here, you type in your name. I always put I always put some hashtags in there. Helps people find my channel, just and other videos like mine. Go in here, put in your description, uh, and I always just kind of leave it as is because usually my streams are about the same thing. Because right now I'm doing the AR camo grind, uh, and then you scroll down and you can put a thumbnail and it'll display for the stream before they click into it, or it'll display for the upcoming stream. And then, hang on, hang on just 1 second because I'm going to do something else. All right, so you go in here and you scroll all the way down, and you see right here that it has the date and time, the 25th, and it says the current time that you pulled up. That you pulled it up. I'm gonna change it to 7 p.m. because that's usually when I stream, and make sure everything is good. So AR camo grind. Got my hashtags in there. Description's good. I got my thumbnail in there. And now we're going to click Schedule Broadcast. Event created successfully. And now we're going to get rid of the display capture. And we're going to go in here to my Live tab. Click Reload. Okay. Or we're going to close it out and come back in. And pause him. Wow. Why are you not showing? Home. Okay. So let's go back to the Home tab. So I guess it doesn't display on the computer. There we go. Okay. Here we go. I got it to pop up. So there is the let me take away my face cam. There is the stream that I just created the upcoming for, and 10:25, 7 p.m. And it's actually really simple to do so. And then once 7 p.m. hits, I'll come in here and we come back to my laptop. That's what I love about OBS. I can switch back and forth between the different sources, my laptop or this. So we're going to come back to display capture. And whenever I want to start streaming, all I got to do is manage broadcast and go in here and click select existing broadcast, select broadcast and start streaming, and it'll start streaming that broadcast. I won't have to go create a new one, and it won't show a separate broadcast either. It'll show the it will broadcast from that stream that I created the upcoming for. That is what I wanted to say earlier in the video that I forgot about. So, yeah. But that is I know that I said that was going to be it for the video. But yeah, this is going to be it for the video. And I will catch y'all in the next video, stream, whatever it be. Y'all have a good day.